Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I am the YouTuber here. We're getting set for NCAA basketball 10. Every team in their arena plus the neutral side arenas in the game. And so we start with the Big 12. And hold on a second. All right, now let's go over it. So for the Big 12, you have Oklahoma State. You gotta remember these are the Big 12 teams based off when the game came out. So some of these teams are not currently in the Big 12 anymore. I will tell you what conference they are currently in as of this year that I'm doing this live stream. All right, so yeah, Oklahoma State. How much? They are still currently in the Big 12. Nebraska Cornhuskers, they were in the Big 12 when this game. They were in the Big 12 when this game came out. Now they are in the Big 10. Missouri, were in the Big 12 when this game came out. They are now in the SEC. Kansas State Wildcats currently still in the Big 12. Kansas State Jayhawks currently still in the Big 12. Iowa State Cyclones still in the Big 12. Colorado Buffaloes were in the Big 12, then the Pac-12, then they will come back to the Big 12 this upcoming season, basketball season. So, Baylor still in the Big 12. Texas Tech still in the Big 12. Texas currently in the Big 12 until next season. They'll be in the SEC. Texas A&M, Big 12 now SEC. OU. Is currently in the Big 12 until next year. They'll be in the SEC next season. And then back to Oklahoma State. So now we move on to the Big East. Prop this controller there. And so you have Cincinnati. They were in the Big East when the game came out. They are now currently in the Big 12. West Virginia, they were in the Big East when the game came out. They are now currently also in the Big 12. Villanova, they are in the Big East. I do not know. Let me look. I will let you know. Since I let you know what conference they are in, because I don't think the Big East is not a conference in football, but I'm not sure if they're Big East in terms of basketball. Yep, they are still currently in the Big East. Oops. Sorry about that. Villanova. Then you have Syracuse. They're in the Big East when this game came out. think they're in the Big East. Are they in the Big? Are they in the ACC now? I will look at each team and I don't know, and yet they are now in the ACC. St. John's Storm. As of now, I think they are. Hold on, let me look at the Big East. I will have the Big East. And then they'll help me determine who is currently there, still from the. Have the air. All right. St. John's was in the Big East when the game came out. They are still currently in the Big East. South Florida is the next team in line. They were in the Big East when the game came out. They are currently in the. I think currently in Conference USA. I'm pretty sure they're. Nope. Any West Carolina? Nope. They'll just have to Google. Them. They are currently in the American Athletic Conference. Seton Hall, I think they're currently still in the. Yep, Seton Hall still is currently in the Big East, even after the game has been released for since 2009 was when the game came out. So. I think 15 years or so. So, moving on. Rutgers, they're in the Big East in the game count. I'm thinking they are in the Big 10 now. Yep. Providence is in the Big East when the game came out. They are still in the Big East. Now. Pitt. They were in the Big East when the game came out. They are not. I think they're in the. I think they're in the ACC. Yep, they're now in the ACC. You have Notre Dame, who was Big East when the game came out, and then now they are ACC. Now, Marquette, they are in the Big East when the game came out. I think they are currently in the Big East still today. Yes, they are. Louisville, they were in the Big East when the game came out. They are in the ACC. Yes, they are. Georgetown Hoyas were in the Big East when the game came out. They are currently still in the Big East. The DePaul now, they were in the Big East. They were in the Big East when the game came out. They are still currently in the Big East. Yukon Huskies, they were in the Big East when they came out. They are currently still in the Big East. Back to Cincinnati. Now we move on to the Big Sky. And just trying to get the standings up here so I can see it. Okay. Eastern Washington was in the Big Sky, when the game came out. They are still currently in the Big Sky. Now, Weber State, they were in the Big Sky. Oops. When the game came out, they are still in the Big Sky today. Sacramento State Hornets, they're in the Big Sky when the game came out. They are still in the Big Sky today. Portland State, same with them. They were in the Big Sky then, and they are today. Northern Colorado, Big Sky then, and Big Sky now. Northern Arizona, same with them. Montana, yes, and Montana State. And Idaho State and Idaho. It is not in here, but they are currently in there. So when we get to Idaho, I'll let you know, and I'll show you where they were and where they are now. So Idaho's in the Big Sky. All right, so Big South. We have the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. They were in the Big South then. They are I think they may be in the. I know they're in the Sun Belt in football. They are. Yep, in the Sun Belt Conference in basketball. Winthrop Eagles, they were in the Big South back then. And they are still in the Big South today. VMI, which is Virginia Military Institute, there has the Cadets. They were in the Big Sky when the game came out. And they are. South, excuse me. They are in the. They are in the. See here. Southern. They're in the Southern Conference now. UNC Asheville. They were in the Big East when the game, or sorry, Big South. Excuse me. When the game came out, they are in UNC Asheville. Yeah, they're still currently in the Big South at this moment in time. Radford Highlanders, they were in the Big South then. They are still in the Big South now. Liberty Flames, they were in the Big South when the game came out. I think they are somewhere else. They are in the Conference USA. And that was as of last season, the beginning of last season, or this season that we're wrapping up. The High Point Highlanders, or Panthers, excuse me. They were in the Big South then. They are in the Big South now. Gardner Webb, they were in the Big South then. They are Big South now. CSU Buccaneers, which is the Charleston Southern University Buccaneers. They were in the Big South then. They are in the Big South now. Now moving on to the Big West. The University of California Poly. Cal Poly. They were in the Big South then. They are in the Big South now. UC Santa Barbara, the Gauchos. They were in the Big South then. They are in the Big South now. Or Big West then. Big West now. Sorry. UC Riverside. They were in the Big West then. They are in the Big West now. UC Irvine. They were in the Big West then. They're in the Big West now. UC Davis, same with them. Pacific. Says. They are in the West Coast Conference now. Moving on. Oops. Sorry. Long Beach. Moving on to Long Beach. They were in the Big West then. They are in the Big West now. Cal State Northridge. They were in the Big West then. They are in the Big West now. Same with Cal State Fullerton. Fullerton. If I can say it right. And back to Cal Poly. Moving on to the Colonial Athletic Conference. Delaware Blue Hens were in the Colonial then. They are in the Colonial now. William and Mary Tribe, they were in the Colonial then. They are in the Colonial now. VCU Rams, they were in the Colonial then. And they are in the Colonial now. Moving on to UNC Wilmington. They were in the UCW, which is University of North Carolina, Wilmington. They were in the Colonial then, and they're Colonial now. Townsend, they were in the Colonial then. They're in the Colonial now. Old Dominion, they were in the Colonial then. I think they are in. I do not know where they are in now. I have an idea of. Yeah, but not for sure. Yep, Sunbelt. I was right. I just had to double check. All right, Northeastern. They were in the Colonial then. They are in the Colonial now. James Madison. They were in the Colonial then. They are now in, I think, Sunbelt. I will double check in a minute here. I think. I said James Madison was in the Colonial then. They are in the Sunbelt now. Hofstra was in the Colonial then. I think they're in the Colonial now as well. Yes. Georgia State was in the Colonial then. They're in the Wait, are they in Sunbelt? I think they're in the Sunbelt. Yes, they're in the Sunbelt now. George Mason, they were in the Colonial. I'll get this in a minute here. Here, this is the bear way of looking it up. I'm looking it up on the. Okay, so George Mason was in the Colonial. Then they are in the Atlantic 10 now. Drexel was in the Colonial then. And they are in the Colonial now. The Colonial Athletic Conference, or the CAA for short. Delaware was in the Colonial then, they're in Colonial now, like I said, and that's fine. So, Down Conference USA. East Carolina was in Conference USA back then when the game came out. They are in. I think they're in this. Sun Belt now. No. Oh, ACC now. Or not ACC. AAC, American Athletic Conference. UTEP Miners, they were in the Conference USA then. They are in. The Conference USA now. UCF Knights, they were in the Conference USA then. They are in the Big 12 now. The UAB Blazers, they were in the Conference USA then. They're in the American Athletic Conference now. Yes. Also, they were in Conference USA back then. They're in American Athletic Conference now. Tulane Greenway, they were in the Conference USA then, and American Athletic Conference now. Southern Miss, they were in the Conference USA back then. They are in the Sun Belt now. I'll double check. Yep. SMU, they were in the Conference USA then. They're now going to be in the now. So, they're okay. Correction. They are in the. They were in the Conference USA. Now they are in the. AAC, the American Athletic Conference, and now they're going to be in the ACC. Rice was in the Conference USA back then. They are in the American Athletic Conference now. Memphis, they were in the Conference USA back then. They are in the American Athletic Conference now. Marshall was in the Conference USA back then. They are in the Sun Belt, I think. Yep. Houston, they were in the Conference USA back then. They are in the Big 12 now. Back to East Carolina. So now we're the Horizon League. The Horizon League. The Horizon League. Starting off with the Butler Bulldogs. They were in the Horizon League then. They are in the Big East now. They're in the Big East. Youngstown State, they were in the Horizon League. Then they are in the Horizon League now. Wright State, they were in the Horizon League then. They're in the Horizon League now. Valparaiso, they were in the Horizon League then. They are now in the Missouri Valley Conference. University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, they were in the Horizon League then. They are now in the Horizon League. Well, Chicago, they were in the Horizon League then. They are now in the I do not know. Let me do something here differently. I will. The Ramblers of Loyola Chicago are in the Missouri Valley. I think. Oh, sorry. They Atlantic 10 Conference. They were in the Missouri Valley Conference, and then they were in the Horizon. So they were in the Horizon League, then they were in the Missouri Valley, and then now they are in the Atlantic 10 Conference. Illinois Chicago. They were in the and now they're in the Missouri Valley Conference. The University of Wisconsin Green Bay, or Green Bay Phoenix. They were in the Horizon League then. They are in the Horizon League now. The Detroit University of Detroit Mercer. They were in the Horizon League then. They're in the Horizon League now. Oops. So then now Clinton State. They were in the Horizon League then, now, as well as now. Bath Butler. Now the Ivy League. Now these are the Ivy League. All Ivy League schools are still currently in the Ivy League. There have been no subtractions nor additions to the Ivy League schools. And they remain the same as follows: Brown, Yale, Princeton, Penn, Harvard, Dartmouth, Cornell, Columbia, Red Brown. The MAAC. Starting off with the Canis Golden Griffins. This is, I don't know how you want to say it. They were in the MAAC. They are still in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. That's a mouthful. All right. St. Peter's, they were in the conference then. They're in the conference now. The MAAC, which is the Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference. Salina, they were there then, and they are in now. Ryder, they were in there then and now. Niagara University, they were in there then, and they are in there now. Marist, same with them. Manhattan, yes. And Loyola, Maryland, they were in there then, and are they in there now? No. Where are they? Loyola University of Maryland. Yep. Somehow that was weird. Okay, I'll fix that. They are in the. They were in the MAC or MAAC Men Atlantic Athletic Conference. They are now in the Patriot League. the Iona Gales. They were in the Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference then. They are still there. Fairfield Stags. They were in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference then. They are still in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. It's a mouthful. Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, or the MAAC. And that goes back to Knies. Moving on to the MAC, which is the Metro Athletic Conference. Mid-American Athletic Conference. Which includes I have it here. Sorry for taking so long. I have to look these up just to make sure that I get right. That Akron Zips were in the mid American Conference then. They are in the Mid American Conference now. So is Western Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Miami of Ohio. So, like I said, Akron. Hold on. They were in there. They're in there now. Same goes for Western Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Miami of Ohio, Miami University, Miami, Ohio, Kent State, Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan, Buffalo, Bowling Green, Ball State, the MEAC, which is the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, I think. Yeah, Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Bethune Cookman was in there then, and they are not in there now. I think they're in the I think they're in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Let me double check. Yep, they're in the SWAC now. University. See here, The University of Maryland's Eastern Shore. Was in the MEAC then, they are in the MEAC now. South Carolina State University, they were in the MEAC then, they are in there now. North Carolina A&T, they were in there then, they are in there now. Norfolk State, they were in there then, they are now. Morgan State, they were in there then, they are in there now. Howard was in there then and in there now. Hampton, they were in there then, they are now in, I think, the Big East. And they're in the Big East now. No, CAA. Colonial Athletic Conference, excuse me. Then in Florida A&M University, well, they were in there then. They are now in the WAC. This is the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Yep. Oops. Sorry. Yep. Delaware State, they were in the MEAC then, and I think they're in the MEAC. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, they are still in the MEAC today. Coppin State, they're in the MEAC then, they are in MEAC now. Okay, alright. Moving on to the Missouri Valley Conference. We're on lickety split now to the Missouri Valley Conference. Bradley was in the Missouri Valley Conference then. They are now still in the Missouri Valley Conference. Wichita State was in the Missouri Valley Conference. They are now in the American Athletic Conference. Southern Illinois, they were in the Missouri Valley Conference. I think they are still in the Missouri Valley Conference. Say Southern Illinois. Yep, they are still in the Missouri Valley Conference today. Northern Illinois, they were and now are still in Missouri Valley Conference. Missouri State was in the Missouri Valley Conference and it still is in the Missouri Valley Conference. Indiana State, they were when the game came out, and Indiana State is still Missouri Valley Conference. Illinois State, same with them. And Evansville, they were Are they still now? Yes, they are. Drake, they were, and they are still are. Creighton was in the, and I think they are now somewhere else. They are in the Big East Conference. Back to Bradley. Alright, now moving on to Mountain West. Mountain West are as follows. When the game came out, they allowed the Air Force, the Air Force Falcons. They were in the Mountain West then. They are in the Mountain West now. Wyoming was in the Mountain West then, and they are in the Mountain West now. Utah was in the Mountain West then. They are currently still in the Mountain West, but they are going to be in the Big 12 as of next basketball season. UNLV, they were in the Mountain West, the Mountain West then. They are still in the Mountain West. TCU was in the Mountain West when the game came out, and they are in the Big 12 now. San Diego State was in the Mountain West then, and is in the Mountain West now. Utah was in the Mountain West then. They were in the Pac-12, now going to be in the Big 12 as of next basketball season. The New Mexico Lobos, they were in the Mountain West then, and they are still in the Mountain West now. Colorado State was in the Mountain West then, and then is still currently in the Mountain West. Brigham Young, they were in the Mountain West then. They are now in the Big 12. Back to the NEC. Now we're the NEC, which is, I don't know what conference that's short for. Which I think stands for the Northeastern Conference. And I have that here. Just give me a second. I think I have it. Okay, so Connecticut, University of Central Connecticut, they were in there then, they are now. Wagner, they were in there then, and they are in there now. St. Francis, they were in there then, they are in there now. St. Francis College and the other St. Francis, the Red Flash, they were in there then. Oh, sorry. This St. Francis, I don't think is still in there. No, they're not. The other St. Francis is still in there. This St. Francis, the St. Francis College, they are not in there. They are. I will come back to where they are at the end here. Sacred Heart, they were in there then. They are now. Bar Morris. Do not know where they are now, but I think they're in Colonial, maybe. I'll have to double check them and the other St. Francis. Quinnipiac, they were in there then. They are not in there now. I'll have to check where they are. And about St. Mary's, they were in there then. But I don't know where they are now. And then Monmouth, Long Island, everything. So Fairleigh Dickinson is still in there now. Long Island is not. I think they're somewhere else. Let's see who else. Nope. So back to the Fairleigh Dickinson listed. They were in here. Long Island. University. They are in the NEC now. Monmouth, I think they're somewhere else. They are in the Metro Athletic Conference now. This St. Francis. Let me look. You Google them. They were in the NEC back then. They are currently now in the okay, here we go. The ST St. Francis, so the St. Francis with ST, not St. all spelled out. So the St. Francis College instead of St. Francis, this other one here, instead of it all spelled out and the St. being abbreviated. St. Francis College eliminated all Winter Collegiate Athletics fall in the 2022-2023 academic year. Prior to this, school had 21 athletic teams. One known as the Terriers. So that they are no longer a team in real life. Sacred Heart there, and they're at Robert Morris. They were in the NEC. They are now in the Horizon League now. Quinnipiac. They were in the NEC then. They are in the MAAC in basketball, but in the ECAC hockey. Base. Their mascot is called Boomer the Bobcat. Mount St. Mary's. They were in the NEC then. They are now in the MAAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. So I said it was a mouthful. Monmouth, we've done them, and we've done them. The next time we did them, now the Ohio Valley Conference. Starting off with the Austin P. Formerly known as the APSU, which is the Austin Pie State University. The Governors, they were in the Ohio Valley. Now they're in the ASUN. Tennessee Tech was in the Ohio Valley when the game came out. They are now still in the Ohio Valley Conference. Tennessee State University was in the Ohio Valley. Then they are in Ohio Valley now. Same for Tennessee Martin. University of Tennessee Martin. Southeastern Missouri State was in the Ohio Valley Conference then. They're in there now. Murray State, they were in the Ohio Valley Conference then. They are not in the Ohio Valley Conference now. They are now in the Missouri Valley Conference. For primary, they are in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. And it says Ohio Valley Conference for rifle. I guess the competition rifle, I guess. I don't know. Morehead State. They were in the Ohio Valley Conference then. And now they're still there now. Jacksonville State was in the Ohio Valley Conference then. I think they're in the conference. Yeah, they're in the Conference USA, I think, for basketball. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they're in And they're in the Conference USA. Let me double check. I will double check. Just give me a second. Oops, not Jacksonville, Jackson. State. They are now in the Conference USA. Eastern Kentucky is in the Ohio Valley Conference then, and they are in the ASUN. Eastern Illinois. They were in the Ohio Valley then. They are now still currently in the Ohio Valley now. Back to Austin Austin Pay. Pac-10, which is now known as the Pac-12. Arizona State is in there now, but they're going to be in the Big 12 next year. Washington, they are in there now, but they're going to be in the Big 10 next year. Washington State, they're in there now. They're going to be in the Pac-2 / Mountain West merged thing. As of now, assuming that can all change. USC Trojans are when the Pac-10, Pac-12 the game came out. They are now going to be in the Big 10. UCLA, same with them. Stanford, they were in the Pac-12, Pac-10. Then the Pac-10, now Pac-12. They are now going to be in the ACC. Oregon and was in the Pac-12, Pac-10. They're going to be in the Big 10. Oregon State are in the same boat with Washington State. And then count in there with Stanford in the Atlantic Coast Conference, ACC. Arizona, they are in the Pac-12, Pac-10. They're going to be in the Big 12 as well up next year. And so that's the Pac-10 / now currently known as Pac-2, Pac-12 now Pac-2. What's the last the drama conference? So they major. I think all the schools have. I'm sure all the schools now have drama programs because they're sure causing drama in the realignment world. Patriot League. Now we're on to the Patriot League. Patriot League. American University was in there then and is in there now. Navy Midshipmen, they were in there then. They are not in there now. They are in. No, they aren't in there. I thought they were the American Athletic Conference since they are in there in football, but they are not. They're in Patriot League still. Lehigh Valley, they are in there then and they are in there now. Lafayette, Louisiana, or Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania, were in there then and they are in there now. Holy Cross was in there then. I think they are in there now as well. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yep. College of Holy Cross. Colgate was in there then and is in there now. Bucknell was in there then and is there now. Army, same. Back in America. That's the Patriot League. The SEC, as of now, is the same. No teams have left the SEC as of now. So that would be the current SEC is the same SEC with the addition of OU and Texas, and of course Missouri and A&M. But that was a previous in addition with Missouri and A&M. The recent addition with OU and Texas upcoming. So Alabama, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, LSU, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, Auburn, Arkansas, Alabama are all currently still in the SEC. Now the SoCon is the Southern Conference. I think the Southern Conference, SoCon, I think. Let me just look up the. Yeah, the Southern Conference. Which is the Southern Conference, so SoCon Southern Conference. Appalachian State University was in there then. They are not in there now. They are in, I think, the Sun Belt. We'll double check that at the end, but we'll come back to them. Moving on to Walford, they were in there then. They are in there still today. Western Carolina, they were in there then. They are in there now. UNC Greensboro, they were in there then. And they think they're in there now still. Yeah, UNCG, yeah. The Citadel, they were in there then. And they are in there now. Stanford, they were in there then, and they are in there now. Georgia Southern, they were in there then. They are not in there now. They are in, I think, the Sun Belt as well as App State. We'll check those two in just a minute. Furman, they were in there then, and they are in there now. Elon, they were in there then. Elon. They're not in there now. I do not know where Elon is. Let's see, is there any others? Davidson was in there then. Not in there now. We'll look up Davidson in a minute. College of Charleston. They're in there then. They are not in there now. Chattanooga, they were in there then. They are now. I'm at that Washington State. So let's start off with let's start off with Appalachian State. They were in there now. They are in, I think, the Sun Belt. Yep. Next one in the line was Georgia Southern. They were in there then, and I think they're in the Sun Belt as well. Yes, they are. Elon. Was in there then, and they are now in the Sun Belt, Southern Conference. Davidson. And see here, Davidson. I think they're still in the Southern Conference. Let me double check. Yes, and just give me a second here. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Interruption there, but we are back. See here, Davidson is in there. Yeah, so I think College of Charleston. I think there. Let me look. Put my phone on a charge. And I'm using my iPad to record this video, so I'm pretty sure Charleston is. So that's I think Chattanooga. All right, so that's now the Southland. Since I don't have my phone to look at it and I'm using my iPad to record, I will tell you that if I don't know about it. If I do know, then I will let you know. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi Highlanders. They were in the Southland Conference then. I'm assuming they're still in the Southwest Conference now, but I'm not for sure. And then I don't know what other people watching the video currently as of now. UTS, let me know in the comment section below if you know whether A&M Corpus Christi is in the Southland still today or not. UTSA Roadrunners, I know they are not. They are in, they're in Conference USA. Texas Arlington, I think they may be still in the Southland, but I'm not for sure. Let me know, and also in the comment section below if they are still in the Southland. That is UT Arlington, University of Texas Arlington, the Mavericks. Texas State, I do not know if they're still in the Southland or not. Also, let me know. Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. Let me know if they're in there or not. Southeastern Louisiana, I don't think they are. I think they're somewhere else. Sam Houston, Northwestern State, Nichols, McNeese State, Lamar, and of course, let me know if all these teams I mentioned are still in that same conference, or are they in a different conference. The SWAC, I think the SWAC is still SWAC. Alabama, A&M, Texas Southern, previewing A&M, Missouri Valley State University, or Mississippi Valley State University, Jackson State, Grambling, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Alcorn State, or Alcorn State, Alabama State. About Alabama, yeah, they are still, all those schools I know for a fact are still in the SWAC, Southwestern Athletic Conference. Summit. As it follows, I'm pretty sure majority of these schools are still in the Summit. Which is IPFU or FW, sorry, IPFW. Western Illinois, UMC versus Missouri, Kansas City, Southern Utah, South Dakota State, ORU or Oral Roberts University there. Yes, I do know for a fact they are still in there. Oakland, they are North Dakota State, PUI, sorry. which is I think is University of India, something I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what I forget what IUPUI what that stands for, but let me know in the comment section below as well, or in the chat section below on that. As a matter of them, I think we have the Sun Belt. I think is the last one. I'm sure, but maybe there's one more. I don't know. We've gone through all of them. Arkansas State, I think they are in the Sun Belt. Western Kentucky, I think they're either in Sun Belt Conference USA. Troy is in, I think, Sun Belt. South Carolina is, I know. Texas, no. New Orleans, I think they maybe be for basketball. Middle Tennessee State, Louisiana Monroe, I know they are. Louisiana Lafayette, or Louisiana now known as. They are Florida Atlantic. They are FIU, Denver, Arkansas Little Rock, back to Arkansas State. Now then, the West Coast Conference, Gonzaga. Then they're still in West Coast Conference, Santa Clara, San Francisco, San Diego, St. Mary's, Portland, Pepperdine, Loyola Marymount, and back to Gonzaga. I know they are still probably in that conference, but let me know in the comment section and chat section below or to the side, whatever it is on your device. I think on the computer and desktop side, it is on the side. I think it's on the bottom on the mobile devices. And I don't think you could comment on it on a TV, YouTube TV app. So, let's see here. San Francisco. Yeah, I think I will heard those. Yep. The WAC. Boise State, Utah State, San Jose State, New Mexico State, in Nevada, Louisiana Tech, Idaho, Hawaii, Fresno State, Boise State, and Utah State. Okay, so let's start off with Utah State. They are now. I do know where these teams are now. I just really was reading them off at with what conference of them being in the Western Athletic Conference, the WAC, when the game came out. Utah State no longer there. They are in the Mountain West. San Jose State, same there in the Mountain West as well. New Mexico State, I think they are in maybe Mountain West or maybe Western Athletic Conference in basketball. They also could be also in the Conference USA. I think they switched in football, but I'm not sure if they switched also in basketball. So Nevada, they're in the Mountain West. Louisiana Tech, they are in the Sun Belt. Idaho, they are in the Big Sky. Hawaii is in the Mountain West. Fresno State also Mountain West. So is Boise State. I'm just basing it off of football. Maybe basketball is different. I don't know, since Navy was different in basketball than they are in football. I think baseball they're in the Patriot League as well for Navy. I could be wrong on that. We'll do a baseball one soon with the college baseball game that was on the original Xbox. So we'll do that at some point as well as NCAA March Madness 08. We'll tell you about those teams and those conferences and see how much of a difference it was between then and now, and when this game came out. So the difference between that game when it came out, this game coming out to now. See the difference. Also, 2K8. We'll do that eventually as well once I get that game. And now you're back to the entire NCAA. We do American East. Oh, I don't think we did the American East. Albany, Vermont, UNBC, Stony Brook, New Hampshire, Maine, Hartford, Boston University, Birmingham, or Binghamton, excuse me, and then Mount Albany, Charlotte, Xavier, Temple, St. Bonaventure, St. Louis, St. Joseph's, Richmond, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, or UMass, LaSalle, George Washington, Fordham, Dunquist, Dayton, and Charlotte. That's the Atlantic 10. Now the 8C, the Atlantic Coast Conference, Boston College, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Virginia, North Carolina, NC State, Miami, Maryland. Maryland's in the Big Ten now. Georgia Tech, Florida State, Duke, Clemson, Boston College, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. Yeah, everybody's in there except for Maryland. Louisville is now in the ACC. So the Atlantic Sun, Belmont, Stephenson, Mercer, Lipscomb, Jacksonville, Eastern Tennessee State, Campbell, and back to Belmont. Then the Big Ten, Illinois, Wisconsin, Purdue, Penn State, Ohio State, Northwestern, Minnesota, Michigan State, Iowa, Indiana, and North Illinois. So all of them are still there with a few additions since the game came out. Back to Big 12. That's there now. Now let's go. Oh well, that's a lot of conferences to go over. So we're just going to go over the Big 12 arenas when this game came out. So we have Gallagher Iba Arena for Oklahoma State Cowboys. Then we have the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. We have the Missouri Tigers playing at the Mizzou Arena. Then we have the Kansas State Wildcats. They play at the Rutledge Coliseum. The Kansas Jayhawks, they play at the Allen Fieldhouse at the Naismith Court. Dr. Naismith's Court, excuse me. And then they just read the description, excuse me, there for you. Allen Fieldhouse is home to the Kansas Jayhawks. The arena was named for Dr. Forrest Allen, who was a Jayhawk basketball coach for 39 years. The court itself named for James Naismith, who invented basketball and became Kansas's first coach in 1898. That's a little trivia fact for you. Moving on, like I said, to the Cyclones in Ames, Iowa. The James H. Hilton Coliseum. The Colorado Buffaloes, and that is technically they are coming back to the Big 12, so that game is a little bit more in date than so. With the conferences getting teams back that they once had. So the Coors, COORS Defense Center, located on the campus of the Boulder campus of the University of Colorado. Coors Event Center is the 11,064 home of the Buffalo basketball and volleyball teams. And it was built in 1979. The center was originally built in 1979 and was renamed in 1990. Moving on to Baylor Bears. And they have one of the most unique court designs with the basketball at the foul lines and in the brown in the paint. At the Farrell Center. Also basketball and volleyball. Not every middle school plays volleyball, by the way. If you want the facts about it. Okay. Now we're on to the Texas Tech Runners in Lubbock, Texas, the United Sprint Arena. Moving on to the Texas Longhorns, Austin, Texas, at the Frank Irwin Center. The Texas A&M Aggies, the Reed Arena. The Sooners located in Norman, Oklahoma, at the Lloyd Noble Center. Back to Oklahoma State, that is it for the Big 12. Then we're going to just swiftly moving on to the Big East with Cincinnati, the Fifth Third Arena. Moving on to a current Big 12 team, but formerly the Big East, the West Virginia Mountaineers at the West Virginia University or the WVU Coliseum. Villanova, Pennsylvania, at the Wachova Center. Syracuse, the Carrier Dome, also where they play football. The home to the Syracuse Orange, the Carrier Dome is the largest on-campus arena in the sports and is one of the largest domes northeast of Oakland. Is stated at capacity of 33,000 and has been exceeded on several occasions and is in place in Syracuse near the top of the attendance records every year. So it's one of the best places to play as well. On the number 8 on the toughest places to play. St. John's. They play at the Empire State Arena under the New York Liberty and the New York Knicks. So technically that is also one of the neutral site places you can play. So, yeah. We'll tell you about that when we get there. Moving on. We're just going to cover just 2 conferences. Oops. Hit the wrong thing. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to hit tip off. Excuse me. I will go back out of that as soon as I can. I do apologize for that. You're going to see an intro for a network.
Hello, fans, and welcome to tonight's game between the Oklahoma.
Didn't mean to hit. I didn't even hit. I was trying to hit the arena. let's try again. This time, yeah, arena selection. The Sun Dome. Well, we only have. We'll have to do a second part to cover more arenas, but we'll cover some of the neutral site arenas. Yeah, the Empire State Arena, where I said it was from home to St. John's. The La'ana Civic Center in Hawaii, to the Maui Invitational Tournament. The Sports Complex and the Worldwide World Sports in Orlando. I think Orlando, yeah. Anaheim Convention Center, the Coliseo de Puerto Rico, Georgia Dome, Detroit Arena. Well, it's the Ford Center. Yeah, Ford Center. Ford Arena, whatever. Ford something. Lucas Oil. And I've had some done for UCF Bulls. That's just because they give you that as an option. So, the ones we didn't go over from the Big East are Seton Hall, Rutgers, Providence, Pitt, Notre Dame, Marquette, Louisville, Georgetown, DePaul, Connecticut, Cincinnati. I think we did Cincinnati. Did we do Cincinnati? I can't. No, we didn't do Cincinnati. We will do Cincinnati, and then we'll leave it as that. Yeah, we did Cincinnati. We did Cincinnati, West Virginia, Villanova, Syracuse, St. John's, and UCF. We will now pick it up next time with Seton Hall in part 2. Part 2 is not after this video. It'll be another day and time when we do part 2. That'll be the Big East. We're finishing out the Big East and doing a little bit more. We might have 2 or 3 parts just to get the arenas. So now we have covered all the neutral site arenas. So we'll just cover just the rest of the team arenas in the rest of the parts. We might do due to the amount of teams. That's why we're breaking up into multiple parts. So until then, we will wrap this up now, and we'll have another part later on down the line at some point for not the teams, going over all the teams we can, but just going over the teams' arenas, starting with Seton Hall. So until then, need to sign off. Until next time, keep on YouTube, and we'll see y'all next time.